Hello, everybody, and welcome to Saturday nights at, well, timey-wimey goodness, because for some of us it's an hour earlier, and for some of us it's the same time.
Dun dun dun.
Not stupid at all.
No, daylight savings is very confusing when it doesn't happen everywhere.
Who let Matt do time shit?
I broke it last week! Yeah! Yeah,
I mean,
Michael,
who let Matthew time shit? Matthew, he's
Yeah.
the one in charge.
I broke the time shit last week. Go me! On that note, before we actually talk about what happened last week and what's happening this week, let's do some introductions. Starting with the individual in the top left corner of your screen with his lovely green hat with blue eyebrows.
Hello, I am perpetually tired. Michael. I will be playing Peter,
Can't
our
take
White
my thing.
Ranger. I can take your thing, and I am taking your thing. Do you not see
The
these
wrong
bags
thing.
under my eyes? Like Jesus.
What up, loser? I'm also tired. Anyway, hi, I'm Panic. I play Cal, the Purple Ranger. I'm not tired.
Hi, I'm Michael, and I hate panic. How dare you? How dare you not be tired?
How could you hate me? I'm so handsome.
And I am Sarah, the Pink Ranger, who is definitely not tired because she's 19.
Who is no longer cool, according to the youth. The youth of this planet.
Youth of the planet, yeah. And hello, I am Jay, and today I will be playing Omni-Man.
Nah,
Oh, I love
doesn't
that.
work.
I love that you did it. Fantastic. That is so good.
And I'll be playing Q, the Gold Ranger, who also is now equipped with a disguise kit.
Mustache shoot some questions.
Yeah, sorry to end. We were just briefly discussing whilst the ads and everything were running, who could play Omni-Man, and we were just, you obviously have to have the mustache, and apparently it's Jay. Jay is now Omni-Man. Yeah,
Look,
You heard it here first. Breaking news.
Jay's Omni-Man.
And I can do it with a piercing or without a piercing. I'm that flexible of an actor.
I'm
changes
impressed.
so much, the piercing.
Can you do it with an American accent?
Cool, blimey, Mary bit. No, I can't.
I love how
You just got more British. What?
I love how your American accent was Cockney English.
It was my best Dick Van Dyke accent.
Okay.
Dick Van Dyke is not American.
Yeah, yeah.
No, I know.
That explained a lot that just happened there. Awkward. Moving steadily on.
To literally anything else.
Anything else? Yeah, last week the Rangers headed very briefly to the planet Safe Haven, which is a haven for the safe of the people. No, it's really not. It's kind of dangerous. But we had some brief, interesting stories to tell without Michael, who plays Peter, because he was working and Peter was drunk.
I have qualms to pick with that.
Well,
Make me a drunk
the
boy.
dice was rolled and it didn't go very well. So
Yes. You
In,
panic.
in my defense,
Yes, you
no
know.
one stopped me.
So
Never let me roll for the table.
first of all, we
Oh, he's doing it anyway. Oh, Jay, I love you. I was trying. I'm sorry, very quickly. How the hell do you do a poll on Twitch? Because I was trying to do a poll.
Oh, you can't.
Need to be a mod.
Yeah.
We need to do a poll for whether Jay should
You'll
get a
never be a
moustache
mod.
piercing for his septum.
It's already on the list.
Okay. Right. So first of all, Q had a interesting conversation with the robot Z, all about potential of other rangers from other timelines and future rangers, and whether or not they could potentially exist, and if they did exist, would they know about them? Z was very dodging the question and then shut down apparently, which brought Zordon out to also dodge the question a lot, and not answer. There was a lot of question dodging, I think, basically, is what we learned here. And as soon as Q left, Z woke back up like instantly. And it was like, cool, so we didn't tell him about, his brother. Awkward. Great. Cool. Sarah spent some time trying to teach a potential new ranger how to fight. And that he did have to go to school. Which is why Sarah is no longer the cool ranger or adult. Because he did not want to go to school and thought that Sarah would understand. But Sarah is very boring.
What happened to you? You turned into such a mum.
I'm gonna kill all of you.
What did he save me for?
But I think it was a nice moment. It was good. The kid learned some dance moves. Whether or not he's going to realize that those same dance moves can be used to help with balancing and things like that when fighting. The dice were not on my side, but is anybody really surprised? I'm not. If any of you are, really, at this point, you obviously are not watching the same game. After that, we did have Cal, who thought he'd get away with just a nice little bike ride in the countryside after stealing the bike of our beloved G.I. Joe mentor, Snake Eyes, who didn't really have much to say on the subject, but
Wow.
Yep. He went for a little bit of a jaunt through the forests, met up with the Omega Ranger Yale of Sard, who took him towards the ruins of a city and on a little bit of a trip through these ruins where he found some computer devices, what looked to be an arch that was in the midst of being constructed, and after some investigating found a recording that hinted at a computer virus that had made its way there from the future. Insert ominous sounding noise here.
That shares the name letter for letter with a different character in the series. Saban. What's up, guys?
It is actually two different spellings. One's Vengex, one's Vengix.
You have to understand why that's not better.
Yeah, I'm with him on this one, actually.
You simply have to understand that that's worse.
It's probably a different character in Japanese.
Possibly. Yeah, there is that.
It just means that the localizers aren't doing their jobs.
No, they just hate the West. Anyway.
But it was all good because, that information was then sent back to Q, who investigated, and everything's fine. There's nothing to worry about. There's other teams of rangers that are going to check on it and make sure everything's okay because these guys have their own jobs to do. And then Q just had a lovely conversation with Billy. Nothing important was said.
No harsh words exchanged.
No, in fact, it was so boring, I don't actually even remember it.
No gauntlets were thrown. Fine.
No.
Nobody died.
But did he die? No.
A little bit on the inside.
He did get called out very harshly for the way he'd been treating Peter. Fairly, but harshly. And was left to consider his life choices.
Mm.
And that leaves us here today, the next day, as it were, with the Rangers preparing to leave Safe Haven on their way to Earth to rendezvous with 1/3 of the Gold Ranger.
Yeah. We don't have to go through it, but I will say that I would have wanted to have had that lunch or meeting of some kind with Trini to see about that this kid needs more instruction, and he needs ADHD screening. If anybody on Safe Haven is capable of doing so, set that up.
With
what
I
this
think
kid
definitely
needs
sort of
is
behind the
to
scenes.
lose everything that matters to him, and then he'll be a Power Ranger.
I think he already has. That's kind of the problem. That's why he's stealing everything.
Get a second one.
I think
Second
definitely
loss.
whilst you're on the planet, you've got like medical staff and everything on the ship. I think somebody could spend some time with him to do a screening.
Yeah. Yeah.
The question does arise, like with his alien biology, would the medicine they have work?
Way to find
So,
out.
yeah,
Fair question.
there's some question there, and they did. Yeah, it's some ongoing. We'll have to see when we come back to Safe Haven
Yeah.
what's going to
The
happen.
process has been set in motion.
Yes, the process has been set in motion. It's going a lot quicker than it would do for a lot of people. Next day consultation. I'm
Must
impressed.
be nice.
Aboard the ship, no bombs have been planted. I want to make this
Insight.
very clear.
We have checked. We have scanned everything.
Is there anything, any last minute or anything you want to do before heading off to Earth? Because if not, we do have some dice to roll. Your favourite dice.
Dun dun dun.
Do we have access to the computer systems on Safe Haven?
Yes.
Q would like to do a search on the database of rangers, because obviously that's a thing. Filtering for rangers that match his height, his kind of weight, his hair, using the filters to essentially find him. Yeah.
You do find yourself,
Mhm.
and only yourself.
Okay.
Bugger.
And this
Why
is
are
a
you
pretty
Googling yourself?
yeah. It's the equivalent of like looking yourself up on Ranger Book. Make me a technology check for Q.
What do you do? Is it dance or martial arts related?
I mean, it's about you, so maybe.
It's not dance or martial arts related, I'm afraid, no.
That is a 7.
Lucky 7.
You're aware that even with the 7, because you're not trying to do anything, it's more just like an awareness of things that even on something
I'm
like
aware.
social media platforms.
I'm aware that that's a computer and that's about it.
Yeah. Even on social media platforms, you might not necessarily find everything with just a search, because some people might have hidden profiles and things like that. And it's entirely possible that behind some sort of security, there's other information out there, just that you don't have access to it.
That's what Peter's for.
I'm done.
Okay. Do you approach Peter at all about it, or is it just a case of haven't found it?
No,
Okay.
I was just
Okay.
I have lots of technology dice, dear boy.
I like how you've got like a handful of dice. It's just like they're ready to be used. Okay. In that case, then we need an astrometrics and navigational planning dice roll from
I want a ship
somebody's.
now. It's called the Astromatic something.
The astrometrics something.
And don't forget, the ship can help you,
And so can I.
and so
Also,
can she.
That's all
To
I
get
hit then.
assistance, you need a science check to be rolled. So the ship
All
can't
right.
just provide assistance. You need a science, astrophysics check to be rolled.
I can attempt to assist. I'm very
20.
20's good. Who rolled a 20?
I did.
Who do you
Sarah.
think?
Damn, Sarah.
I'm helpful.
So that's one beat of assistance.
It's actually not, unfortunately, because you don't beat the skill check. But 20 is good. It's just that the skill check is higher. Not by much, I will say. It's a 23. You were that close.
I think that they've made this too difficult.
You were that close.
I mean, to chart a course from a place we've been to our own planet, to help a dude who's a 23, the check's impossible. Sorry, Peter.
Peter, you can still make a 23 quite easily. You've got edge.
Oh,
Peter-
yeah, easy.
Peter-
I have
oh,
rolled.
Wait, it's 23 to help and 23 for
It's
the check?
same, yeah.
What? That?
16
All right.
Yeah,
Put that in
that's
the-
yeah.
Put that in the
I-
patch notes. That needs to be fixed.
Yeah, assistance should be easier.
I rolled exactly 23, but it is a critical.
Okay. So a critical success does mean the ship blows up and Peter loses his eyebrows.
But succeeding?
It's a
Yeah, we get
critical
there.
success.
But then the ship
Yeah.
explodes. You lose your eyebrows.
You get there, then the ship explodes.
I flew
Then
so
you lose your
fast
eyebrows.
that it wasn't capable of stopping in time.
No.
Went so
You
far.
We hit
successfully
ludicrous
make
speed.
it to the ship. You successfully make it to the ship. You successfully plot the course in the computer systems to Earth. You have been gone from the planet for a little bit of time. Because you have been traveling a lot in faster than light travel, it has been a little while. So when you arrive,
Ah,
You
time
do so.
dilation's the thing, yeah? Does our ship not have some sort of protection against that?
I don't know,
Yes,
Pete. Do
I
you
know.
understand very complicated physics beyond? What's your science skill, Pete?
Yeah.
As you keep pointing out, you help build the ship. What's your science skill at, Pete?
I help like design the engines and shit. The rest of that stuff was other people's job.
No, we're talking like months, not years. But as you arrive at the planet,
Gesundheit.
there is a space station that's been pretty much completely finished building. It was already started when you left. You already were aware of it. Its construction.
Is it in the shape of a giant dog?
It's not in the shape of a giant dog. No,
It's in the shape of a giant penis.
it's not in the shape of a giant penis either. No,
Why
it's
did it
As
come
I'm-
back then?
Is it phallic
As
in
I'm-
any way?
As I'm pulling up to the space station, I turn to anyone else in the cockpit, like in the like dock, the central
bridge, yep.
area, the
The
bridge.
cockpit.
That's the word. And I go, watch me nail this sick parallel park, and I crash into the space station like a glove.
for that. For that
Well
now, I need a driving check from.
Wait, hold
Cal.
on. A driving check where the success is that I crash,
No, the success is that you don't crash.
but I'm trying to crash.
Oh, well, then the success is that you do crash.
So if
The
I
failure
fail,
is that
I
you
don't.
Yeah,
Is
All
this
right.
role verse psychology?
I think so. I'm so confused. It's been a long day, guys.
I mean, look, regardless of where you fall on whether or not a high roll crashes or not, it is a 19.
I will say you succeed on your skill check.
I park normally. I park like a normal person.
You
So-
Get down in the
just
back, please.
scratched the side the tiniest bit.
Dang,
The-
not my whip.
I do
The-
wonder why we're parking here when we need to be down there. But
The space
You just wanted to
station
park, didn't you?
is in the shape of essentially it's donut-like. It's moving
Bit
constantly.
missing.
Yeah, with a little section missing in the center. There's construction yards separate to it that are just kind of floating just off in space. You can see other ships being constructed in a similar design to what you're currently piloting. You do find a open dock that you're able to safely park in. Park doesn't seem like the right word, but we're going to use it.
Doc.
I can't say dock twice in one sentence. That's too
Doc.
superfluous.
Doc
And
Goose.
as you do, a face appears on the screen, and you see somebody who I haven't seen in a little while, and it is the leader of Lightspeed Rescue.
What one? There's like 3.
Captain, I'm a terrible father, or Carter?
It's Captain I'm a Terrible Father, not Carter.
Okay.
Yeah, the leader of the organization as a whole, as opposed to the leader
Captain
of the Red Ranger.
Hey, question for the team more than for the GM. Have we been sending reports back about what we were doing in space?
I don't think. Did we tell anyone we were going to do that in the first place?
Yeah, I don't think so. I'm checking because as far as he's concerned, didn't we come back with like 3 completely different people?
Wait, who's the captain of the ship? Q looks up.
I'm the pilot. I don't think that makes me the captain. You're the one I
You've
take.
introduced yourself as captain a few times.
I know, but that was mostly to piss off Sarah. I take orders from you, so I think you're the captain technically.
No, I'm in charge.
Does that not make you the
Yeah,
captain?
I'm confused now.
Not necessarily.
What role would be in charge if not? We get into an entire discussion about the roles on a ship and/or spaceship, and that's what Captain I'm a Terrible Father comes in on. I was like, we're discussing like pirate hierarchy. It's like, so if the quartermaster is the one who has the ability to, oh hey, what's up, man?
No, in the next generation, you could have an admiral on a ship, but the captain was still the captain, even though the admiral was given the orders. The captain was the captain of the ship.
What's Star Trek?
The admiral would be in charge of all of the ships in a fleet, but the captain would be in charge of the specific ship.
Anyway,
said
yeah,
that?
that's what the captain That's what the captain walks in
I mean,
on. We're getting way into the weeds.
We were glad to receive your reports on Divatox's movements towards Earth. I am sorry to say we didn't receive any other reports from yourselves. Lost in space, I would imagine.
No, just real busy.
Yeah.
And also, we don't have a dedicated paperwork ranger. We're all really bad at that. You'd think it'd be
Tor
Pete.
was sending them.
You'd think Pete would do it, but Pete's been so busy making mechanical upgrades to the ship, he hasn't had any time to write any reports.
And by mechanical upgrades, we mean fixing the holes.
Yeah, there's been a lot of holes.
Baby dragons exploded like 9 times.
Yeah, the upkeep on that alone is.
We need
Who
to
are we
support
billing?
Uber.
Who do we bill for that? Does the grid not charge money for like parts?
Thankfully, no.
The grid is very anti-cap.
Pog. Cal says a word he has never heard before.
Captain Mitchell just sort of stares at all of you very, not disapprovingly, more confused than anything else. That he's
Like,
following.
how are they still alive?
unless he can recognize my voice, he has no idea who I am.
No, he just looks very confused.
We
Incredibly
all have the space
confused.
crazy. You spend too much time in space. You go woo.
Cabin fever.
Sorry, Captain Mitchell. It's just when things are so serious for so long, you take any opportunity you can to chill out.
Understood. I understand that sentiment entirely. You have to blow off steam, otherwise you blow off other things.
I mean, look, that's not a problem for me
Really
anymore.
sure,
The suit regulates my emotions. As I say what possibly might be the most horrifying thing this man has ever heard.
I don't remember you having a purple ranger when you left the planet.
Do you remember
Oh, yeah, I
having a
forgot.
yellow
I'm
one?
excited.
Oh, I forgot. I never take this off. I take off the helmet. What's up, Doc?
He was definitely yellow.
I was.
He was, yeah.
Again, a lot's happened.
Yeah.
How's Earth?
Yeah, I was thinking about that.
It's still in one piece.
Excellent. Honestly,
done.
that's great.
4 out of 5 stars.
Yeah, the fifth star is reliant if things are good. Like, if the Earth is in one piece, awesome. But are things good on Earth?
So far, everything is. I would like to say good.
Awesome, 5 stars. Excellent work, guys. I like pat Captain Mitchell on the back.
Through a screen.
Yeah, exactly. I pat the monitor on the back.
You teleport in, pat him on the back, teleport back.
That's right, we can teleport now.
We have this ability again.
But I mean, we're back for more personal reasons, and I guess,
And also space
Steve?
diplomacy.
well, yeah.
Little bit of space. A little bit, minor bit of space diplomacy. It helps that we have a major in with the royal family.
Is that
and
what
also,
the ship behind you is?
Yes, Captain.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
We also have the ambassador of the North Pole.
Oh, hi, that's me. Yeah.
Official title granted by Santa Claus. Don't question
No.
it. It's true.
Yeah, and I would be
We
that
can send
kid
you
to the
the-
royal family. That's my grandmother's
Yeah.
ship.
Yeah.
So,
I'm an official ambassador. He's
so
a
to
prince.
sum up,
Purple.
ambassador to the North Pole granted by Santa Claus, and princeling of the planet Triforia.
Actual alien, you probably want to run tests.
Also, yes, we met Santa.
I really wish you'd been sending reports. This is a lot to try and.
It's been rough, man. Like,
I mean, no one asked.
we can put someone. Hold on.
If you wanted to give us a comms officer to report on our movements, all you had to do.
Yeah, we're gonna have to elect someone. We're gonna have to elect someone to be a paper pusher.
4 seats down,
Kyle.
there's an individual. They have like really, really red hair, wearing a uniform that screams Air Force, and just over here. Comms officer.
Well,
you're
then why you been sending reports?
Do you have a backup of reports that we can send now?
You refuse. I've been sending you emails weekly to try and arrange.
What's an email?
Well, yeah, I don't check my email.
We have emails.
What's an
I'll do
email?
that.
The shipboard computer. You have computers in your rooms.
Tor, have we had any communications from
I have a
Lightspeed?
girlfriend. I don't play on the computer.
Q is resisting the urge to just go, bitch, please, we're on a ship. Why would we need emails? Just go and speak to people.
I was like,
Right there.
Matt, can I roll like a memory check or something? Has this person been on the bridge the entire time?
Roll me an alertness check.
Yeah, thanks.
Insight check, please. Is this Divatox?
Wait. I'm slightly confused. Is this person on our bridge?
Yes.
Or-
You're like
Oh, they've been here the
4
entire time.
consoles down.
Look, that's what I'm trying to remember. 16 on that alertness
Yeah,
check.
100%. Yeah. Not
You
like
could've-
24/7. They've been doing shifts, but you've seen them
Yeah,
like
but-
every day practically.
You could have spoken to us in person. And we don't.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know this. We don't have a chain of command. Like,
Exactly. Who am I supposed to speak to pass the information on to the others?
Whoever you
Any
want to
one of
write
us.
the
Yeah,
report.
well, yeah.
whoever is
anybody.
in the room.
Can
Like,
I just point out we have a sentient spaceship? You could have just got them to send the reports.
Hang on, I've got the answer to this. Hello, Tor.
Yes.
Could you be a darling and construct a brief overview of each of our missions and send it through to Captain I'm a Terrible Parent, please?
Or not Chat GPT, but
You are now, Tor.
helpful.
Thank you, Tor.
You're so much better than ChatGPT.
And Tor will put together a message. It's all in third person. It's like
better than it
Peter
being
did X.
Yeah,
better
that's
than
fine.
it being in second person. Honestly,
But he does. He writes it all up for you very quickly and sends it off to Captain Carter, who looks at it very confused. Captain Mitchell,
Mitchell, yeah.
I'm very confused now.
all right.
Um,
Now I know it is part of your job to be aware of all of that, but skip to like the last 4 pages for the alien diplomacy part.
inflatable Zords, grandmother fighting.
You can skip the fight. That's less important.
Yeah.
There's been a king of
Yep.
an entire alien planet on Earth for the last 25 years.
Yep,
Which I'm sure
that'd
you
be my
agree
dad.
Your intelligence is amazing.
Now look, we can't lambast you for not knowing that, because I'm pretty sure the entire time he's been here, he hasn't known who he is.
All three
Yeah,
of
but-
you.
And apparently none of the Power Rangers of the previous team knew he was here either. So, I mean...
Yeah, this is not on
Everybody got
you.
involved in
I
that.
don't. Yeah, this is not your fault.
Yeah,
Don't
and-
blame
and-
yourself.
and like you said, he is
I
technically
know, it might be your fault.
3 people at the moment.
Yeah, and 2 of them run a juice bar, so like, not exactly. I don't.
And
Yeah,
the other one's independently wealthy.
The same juice bar?
I mean there are offshoots, but
an-
yeah,
There are multiple
they work
locations.
together.
Yeah.
They are business partners. Hold on. I just thought of
Mr.
something.
Ernie?
I'm gonna. Can I do a Google check to see if Bert and Ernie's has a financial backer?
They have a sugar daddy.
And I just find Pete's last name. I just find like Parker Industries has been sponsoring Bert. It's like, son of a. It was all 3 of them. All 3 of them were running a juice bar.
It was right there the whole time.
No, one of them was just the money. One of them was just the pocketbook. He was doing other things too, but yeah, no. The 3 of them have been running a juice bar in Angel Grove for the last 25 years.
So, Pete, why didn't you tell us this?
I didn't know. This is why we're back here. I'm here to have a conversation. And also to, as I said, grandma, dad haven't seen each other for 25 years.
Okay, so we need to alert, the president and possibly...
No. None of that.
Let's see him fix that shit.
Why
don't
can't
even-
we
we're
keep
not-
this on the DL? It's like I said, it's minor alien diplomacy. We didn't bring him here for a peace talk. This is
Yeah,
just
we're
I'm
not-
picking
we're
up
not
my
here-
of an
dumbass son.
entire planet is coming to visit the king. Wait, no, that doesn't make sense. Because it's a-
She's here to pick up her kid from daycare is what's really happening. Like,
Pretty much.
Like, we don't have to have a summit for this.
yeah.
The more DL we can keep this, the more we can, like, get the official capacity one on an actual timetable, you know?
he
Okay,
looks
everybody
off screen at the comms officer. It's just, Sanders, this conversation.
Strike this from the record.
And he disappears. And you're like 99% certain as she's typing away that this conversation is gone. It never happened.
All right. In that case, the report's been sent. What we're doing is on the DL, so let's move incognito.
I'm not going
Everyone's
in
armor
anyway.
just shifts into stealth mode.
Yeah, I turn the ship invisible is what I do.
So Sanders, who I'm guessing is a colonel.
No, just a lieutenant right now.
I suppose we should probably set up a
Like a
official-
one-on-one?
No, ambassadorial meeting between the Queen and Captain Amabad Parent
Is that not a one-on-one?
and whoever else from Earth needs to meet.
I mean, I should probably be there.
I think you probably should not be there.
As the only official ambassador.
For the North Pole, not the Triforia.
I mean, you can represent Santa and the polar bears if you would like.
I would like.
And the penguins.
That's the South Pole, you weirdo.
Penguins.
He means the ninja penguins.
And
you
we
know, the
now,
stealth
and
ones.
we've all learned today that Cal has a thing for penguins.
No, that's just me. I like penguins.
That's a panic thing. That's
Yeah.
just a penguin.
I like
Her
them.
name was Fred.
Happy Feet was a good movie, and Surf's Up was a better movie.
Okay, Matt, please move on.
As this conversation is taking place, the Queen's from the Queen's ship leaves a smaller craft that sort of docks with yours, and you hear the shuffle of feet very quickly as the Queen makes her way onto the bridge, joins you. She's wearing, per
Good job.
Pete's suggestion, just a pair of jeans, a t-shirt, a coat. It's all black with like gold accents. There's some jewelry. No tiaras,
Like
no.
completely bling, like massive clock medallion.
I
Oh,
I pinch Sarah so she doesn't start singing Peter's mom has got it going on.
She comes up and sort of joins the rest of you, and it's just, so we're going to see my son now. Yes.
I mean, at least
Yes.
part of it.
Yeah, 2 seconds. Can I try and see if I can contact old father?
Yes.
I will try to contact father.
Papa.
Oh, daddy.
The one
Is that
you
the
grew
one-
up
the
with,
one that-
or
the one that
other
birthed-
two?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, Ben.
He's talking about the one that
Specifically
birthed
Ben.
him.
Okay.
The birthday. Wait, hold on.
I wasn't going to touch that. I was just moving along. You
Triforians produced offspring in a different way.
I was like, look, he helped.
The men lay eggs.
You give him a call, and it rings for a few seconds, and then you hear it click as it gets picked up. There's a bit of a clonking as it's sort of rattling around in the. It's one of those very old actual corded phones still. It's not
Okay.
hands, not brain done
Mobile?
weird thing. Yep, it's not a
Wireless?
mobile phone or wireless or anything like that.
Landline.
It's corded. It's a landline, and finally here you hear his voice. It's like, "Hello, this is the Parker residence."
Lady of the house speaking.
Hey Dad. How's it going?
Peter, aren't you at school?
Did you not see my note? Like,
Where
or
did you leave it?
on the counter next to your bed? You know, weird looking watch next to it. Saying like, call me. Not received any of the messages I've sent over the last however long it's been.
I mean,
I'll
I
be
think
honest,
we'll
I've been spending a lot of nights sleeping on the sofa. I've really gotten into this this Bake Off television show.
Oh dear.
And you haven't wondered why you haven't heard from me in like how long's
You're
it been
at
that?
school.
Okay, where are you right now, Dad?
On the phone. In the kitchen.
In the kitchen,
know where the
at
phone
home,
is?
yeah. Are you at home, yeah?
Clearly, you
Yeah, you
phoned
must
me.
be-
The phone is at home.
Yeah,
Peter,
okay,
you're
yeah.
being very strange right now, child.
All right, I'll
Are
see you
you
in a
doing
second.
drugs?
I'll see you in a second. And I put the
Peter,
phone
are you
down.
doing drugs?
I would turn to Grandmama. I'll be like,
Gotta start.
take my hand, and then I will teleport to the kitchen.
You teleport into the kitchen, and your dad is wearing a dressing gown.
Nothing
And
at all.
head-
Monster onesie.
His head is in the fridge as he's like rooting around looking for something to eat. So
All right. While you're doing that, real quick, I just want to say I'm gonna go land at the spaceship, and then I'm gonna coerce my two teammates. We're gonna go get Bert and Ernie, and we're gonna make our way to Peter's house.
Yep.
you like clear your voice, but his head is like proper in the refrigerator. He's humming away.
Is there anything on the side next to me I can just pick up and throw at him?
I mean, there's like a loaf of bread and
Yep, bread. Go bagel. Yeah, bagel. I'm bageling him.
Bagelled.
Just like clonks off his shoulder. He bangs
Damn,
his
Peter-
head on the top of the fridge as he.
Damn,
like,
Peter, why'd you
jolts
create
upwards.
that guy?
He like pulls his head out of the fridge, rubbing the back top of his head. It's like, oh,
How
Looks
stale
like-
was that bagel?
why did you phone me if you're in the house?
That's your. Like, bearing in mind, I'm standing here with helmet off, but still morphed.
Okay, but you also like to dress up as a Power
Yeah,
Ranger.
no, I was gonna
Yeah,
say you have
that's
been
not
dressing like a
out of
Power Ranger since
character.
before
Yeah,
you
like
became
literally
a Power Ranger.
since episode 1. You've been
Indeed,
dressing
but
up
this
as
is
a
a
Power
very
Ranger.
I do
high-tech
think
looking
established
Power Ranger
you're
cosplay.
I
backstory.
believe
Okay.
you're also look, Rich. You could have afforded a good cosplay, but also I feel like the only thing he might take notice of is that you are now a different color.
I think you
And
probably.
Oh,
there's a woman
do you
behind
not
you.
do you not like green anymore? Yeah. Also, the stranger in his house. His mom is here.
Why did you phone me if you were in the...
I've got someone to see you. He's not normally like this.
Now Matt has realized that he is about to have to do two NPCs talking to each other, and he is not okay with it. Actually,
Who is she? She's a bit old to be your girlfriend, son.
Just so, Grandma, could this be something to do with the whole split?
Grandma...
I said
grandmother. You're not too old.
Just
I will
like
kick you out of this house
to
and
try and
take your
make
credit
this
card.
to try and make this situation like settle into Dad's head. I'll just hold up one arm and it will turn into the cannon. Nan.
threatening your dad at gunpoint. Peter is bad at personal relationships.
Oh,
Just
I mean, we knew
please.
that.
So yeah, is this anything to do with the whole split?
Your cosplay is getting better, son.
Oh my god, Dad. And at that I'll demorph. I'll be like, right, Dad. We're gonna go in the
Much
other room.
better. I mean, if we're paying for something, if we're paying for college, you might as well be, or university, you might as well be using it, I suppose. But I thought maybe you'd be trying to save the world with technology, not building costumes. And didn't you like the Green Power Ranger?
Yes, I was the Green Power Ranger, Dad, for a little while. Now
Yes, you
I'm
did
the
dress
white
up as the Green Power Ranger.
No, not dressing
Yes,
up
you did.
as.
Peter, I saw you dressing up as a Green Power Ranger, and you even had the little dagger, and you'd wave it around.
And at this
and-
point, Peter's
No.
just gonna go to his community. Q, can you maybe join me here? Give me a hand, because
Behind you, like snickering away, is the Queen Mom. Just like trying not to laugh at the absurdity of this whole conversation. She's just like, you used to dress up as the Green Power Ranger?
yes, it's called cosplay. Okay,
Oh, Peter.
Q,
Darling.
buddy, you there, please?
I feel
Has
like
he
it's
already fumbled it? Like that was
I
fast.
I feel like it's at this point that we kick in the door and we have Bert and Ernie. What's good?
What do you...
Oh, thank God.
The door was open!
Hence
And-
why it kicked open so easily.
Yeah, it was kind of ajar. We just kind of nudged it. I mean,
Well,
I
I didn't
pushed-
shut it.
I
mean,
pushed the door open with my foot.
yeah, it was you.
With
didn't do a
force and
good job.
chutzpah.
Yeah.
Also, I am just the purple Power Ranger. Like,
Is this some sort of like cosplay group
I'm-
now, Peter? Have you found
I'm
friends
not
at
even more.
university finally?
I've
Does he-
had friends.
Well, you had Mercutio. And I
Have you not
sometimes feel
counts?
counted, or
like
is he not picking
I
up
sometimes
the,
feel like he was just tolerating your eccentricities.
Partly, but I'm a good fight. He likes that.
Exactly.
Okay, right. But Ernie, I'm assuming you know Dad, Ben.
they're like, yeah, that's our financial partner.
You see Ernie's just like, he gave us the funding for the... And Bert just keeps like yanking on Ernie's shoulder. He's like, that's the guy. That's the guy. That's the triplet. That's the guy. That's the one I saw on the holiday. That's the guy. That's the guy.
See, he's getting it.
Does the word Triforia mean anything to anyone here?
It's like you say that out loud, and there's a voice command that like changes the house into a secret base.
Wasn't that like the thing in the
Thunderbirds
game with the princess and the guy in the green costume?
No, that's the
That's the
Triforce.
Triforce.
I mean, you could understand my confusion. It's really close.
Wow. Oh, Peter.
God
No,
damn it.
I see where you get it.
I'm gonna
Right?
start. I'm gonna start cooking in this man's house.
I mean, you might
This
as
is
well.
a conversation.
I mean, look, we're gonna be here for a while. We
Yeah.
might as well have lunch.
What's really interesting here is
Yeah. Yeah. What's up?
Cal's food literally heals people.
Yeah, it does.
Cal's gonna fix this through the power of bacon sandwiches.
Yeah.
Damn right.
Hell yeah.
So, can I get started on that?
Shake
Or?
and bake them back together.
Yeah, go for it. You do notice that what appears to be, it doesn't even appear to be, you can see the preparations for a peanut butter and jelly sandwich on the counter. The only thing missing was the butter, which Ben was in the process of getting out of the fridge when he was so rudely interrupted by his son.
So,
Maybe
question.
roughly from behind.
Question: do your peanut butter jelly sandwiches include peanut spread, butter, and jelly? Is it a 3-ingredient thing?
Okay.
Or did you just
all
shorten-
sandwiches
First of all-
contain butter? Okay.
Yes.
That sure, absolutely,
We're talking above the table right now, yeah?
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, yeah.
I've never had a peanut butter and jelly sandwich in my life. Why would I do that to myself?
So,
That's awful.
They're
other
tasty.
side,
You're
my
terrible.
youngest niece, when she was smaller, she used to like butter and cream cheese. You know, like Laughing Cow sandwiches.
I'm a
But
fan
she
of cream
used to call
cheese.
them double butter sandwiches.
I mean, that makes sense. It's a little weird to put two. I won't call them savory. I don't know what else to call them. Two of those kinds of spreads
Yeah.
on the same sandwich.
But you always have butter, and the fact that I've recently found out that some people, looking at you guys, not
Yeah.
you guys specifically,
Americans.
yeah, but I didn't want to say it. Don't is befuddling.
Butter on every sandwich.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, no.
No.
Apart from
Sandwich
toasted
starts
sandwich.
with butter.
I don't want to put butter on my ham cheese
my,
lettuce.
like,
I don't
ham
want
and
butter
cheese
on my
sandwich.
lettuce. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want butter on my lettuce, first of all.
But-
Like, get that
Just
out
to
of
make
here.
a point, butter is very different to spread.
We're going to go on break because the ads are about to start to roll, and we're going to have this argument off camera.
I love how you've decided it's an argument.
We're going to have this debate off camera, and we'll see you all soon. Michael's cursing me because he didn't realize that his father was going to be as chaotic as he was, and I am enjoying myself because I am getting to be chaotic.
Gotta get it from somewhere, and we've never seen the mother, if there is one.
Oh, she got killed.
Yeah, she
Goldar
did.
stepped on her.
Yeah, don't you remember?
That's the story.
That's what I said.
She's
Maybe it's
secretly
early.
an alien.
That's what we've all been told.
But yes, we're back. Cal is currently cooking in the kitchen. What are you cooking, Cal? Anything you can think of would be in the fridge, just as to save you.
Oh yeah,
from-
because they're rich.
Yeah.
Making
What am
bacon
I-
pancakes.
what am I-
Making pancakes.
It's insane that you made that reference when my other server popped off talking about that song. Crazy. What am I going to? I'm gonna make a Panic Family classic. I'm making picadillo. Like, for the British, shepherd's pie, but not topped in mashed potato.
Yeah.
It's on the
I know what
side,
you
not
mean.
on top.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I've also
Bacon
got maple
picadillo.
bacon pancakes stuck in my head. So, like, yes, I want that because that
Put some
sounds
bacon and you
gorgeous.
put it in a pancake.
But I also want maple bacon pancakes.
Bacon
So I'm
pancakes.
kind of torn here.
I'm just stuck on crumpets at the moment.
It's lunch. It's lunch, so I'm making picadillo and I'm heating up tortillas. I'm heating up some corn tortillas so you can pick it up just out of the pot.
Whilst the conversation's going on, whilst Cal's cooking, sorry, the conversation continues. It doesn't get any less crazy. Bert is continuously just like putting on his brother's like shoulder, on his arm. It's just like, that's the one I saw on holiday. That's the triplet. That's the one I saw on a holiday. That's the one. You said I was crazy. That's the one. And Bert's just like, it's okay. It's okay. He looks like us, but it's okay. It's okay. You never heard of like the doppelgangers, and sometimes you have a guy out there that looks like you, but he's not related to you. It's just a guy. It's just a guy. It's just a guy. Look, it's just us. We're just twins. We're just a couple of twins. It's always just been Bert and Ernie. Bert and Ernie. Hey, it's just Bert and Ernie.
Nope.
Bert
One
and
Hey,
Ernie.
it's
Ernie
Bert,
and
Ernie,
Bert.
and
Bert and
John.
Ernie.
Ben,
And Ben.
even.
No,
Sorry,
Bert and
I don't
Ernie.
want
Ernie
John
and Bert.
to
Bert and
be-
Ernie. And as this is going on, Bert and Ernie, Ernie and Bert, Bert and Ernie, Ernie and Bert, Ben's just like, hey Ernie. Hey Bert.
Hey, Bert.
Hey Bert. Hey Ernie. It's just the whole time the Queen's mother is just watching the whole thing. It's just
Was he like this before?
no. He was always a little. He was driven to flights of
Peterness?
extreme
Stares at Sarah.
focus. We liked to call it. You know, he'd have moments where he'd have to do things because they'd be on his head. It could be 4 o'clock in the morning, and all of a sudden he'd be, pulling apart something. There'd be a boom. He'd come out with an eyebrow missing.
It's genetic.
Weak eyebrows.
But
Just the mention of the eyebrows and one just falls off of Peter's face.
never this to this extent. This is quite just.
This
I
is
think the
definitely
problem
something.
is they do all three seem to have their own personalities, their own
It's been 25 years.
exactly their own histories, they're their own characters.
And none of them seem to remember. I mean, I said the name, and nobody caught it.
No, and what's this thing about a princess and a man in green?
Oh, it's a game here. Like,
You humans and your games.
Hmm.
So I'm not quite sure what we're supposed to do with
Yeah.
him. We could take him back to Triforia,
Alright.
but the shock could be
yeah.
mentally damaging.
I want to like intently like study them and be like, all right, Peter, Ben, or Ben. Oh my God, there's so many of you. Bert, Ernie, Ben. Triforia. It's a planet out in space. Does that mean anything to you at all? And I want to like insight, see if anyone's clicking on anything.
Go ahead and roll me an alertness insight check.
Yeah.
And I am going to roll a d6. Interesting.
What in the world? All right. I don't know what. Well, first let's re-roll that d12. That's disgusting.
I haven't
That's
seen the
an
dice
improvement.
results yet, so that's quite interesting. Let's have a look.
The
Oh, that is
d12 is
disgusting.
1, and I don't like it. Nope, that didn't help. Let's see, and then we can try the d4. Now there's crit fishing.
What
more
are you
shot.
on? Just to let me know.
All right, so that's a 23.
23. So
Yeah.
as you say Triforia, you say space, it's Bert that has a bit of a reaction. And you see his eyes kind of widen and light up a little bit. And he's just like, I always wanted to go to space. I wanted to be an astronaut, before I took up the juice bar industry.
So you've never been to space?
He kind of pats his stomach, which is a little on the bigger side. It's like I'm not really Lasada material.
How do you feel about royalty?
For the British.
Yeah, there's nothing there. None of them.
Grandma.
Pyramidas. Nope. Nothing.
Egypt? As he says this, though, because I did just roll a critical on my d6, Ben's eyes do kind of flash.
Oh,
There's just this tinge of gold that courses through them for a second.
something clicked. Ben?
Sorry, I was just having a strange thought.
What?
Just like a dream.
Tell us what it was.
I think it just maybe one of my last trips to Africa.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
The
Continue.
pyramids, in Egypt. And
You, having got Pete's panic/garbled message earlier, well, I've just been listening in over comms for a while. And before I do this, we do have like hologram, like projection-y technology.
you have like essentially like hard light technology, like the X-Men's training room, danger room.
Oh God, of course we do.
I liked so hard.
Q will teleport down, full gold morph.
You really did form a cosplay group, didn't you, Pete? I'm so glad you made new friends.
And
Dad, he
we'll
just
start,
teleported in. Like,
I'm
do you
just,
really
I'm
think
gonna
it's
morph.
cosplay?
I'm just gonna morph.
Q will start reciting the messages that he remembers from being in the throne, like the last few, including
This one's in the drama club.
and then he'll light the projection of Psycho Green.
Roll me an alert. No, not alertness. Roll me a persuasion check. I'm gonna say with edge.
Could it be considered diplomacy?
Yeah.
Excellent, because I get +2. Is it dance or martial arts related?
I'll give you martial arts.
Because it is one of our enemies.
Especially if you start a fight with Psycho Green.
And once a day, I can roll specialized in a social skill. This is where I mess it up anyway. So, and then
So 2
That's
upshifts, edge.
I really do love that facet of this system where it's like I have so many things going for me. Roll and garbage.
Yep.
and it's
Sometimes the
gonna go
dice
wrong.
gods just say no.
And
And sometimes you're the GM and they just always say no.
Can't do anything about it.
I mean, look, you gotta hope as a GM that you roll like average to below average, because if you start rolling like a god as the GM, then you're just killing everyone. Can't be.
You
happy
do
for
feel
you.
bad.
Yeah.
28.
28. Bear with me 1 second. Yep. Does anybody, before I start describing... Sorry. Before I start describing how this goes, does anybody want to roll me an alertness check?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Yeah, why
An
not?
alertness insight check specifically, just for the record.
This is what I do, so yes.
15 from the Purple
15?
Ranger in the kitchen. Yep.
Nice.
Critical 23.
Critical 25 for Sarah as well, so far. I don't know if Sarah's going to go...
I mean, I can't make that better. Like, so
Awesome.
critical 25.
Okay.
Yeah.
You all notice, each of you notice in the, like, from a different one of the three, a reaction. that they all seem to have recognized something in what Q has said. And then that projection of Psycho Green in its monstrous form takes up a significant portion of the kitchen, even with its high vaulted ceilings, the large space between walls, the counters, everything. It takes up a significant portion of the room. It's hunched over, its shoulders are slouched forwards to the point where its clawed, taloned hands are almost digging into the floor. And when it opens its mouth to snarl and roar, the flames that you're so familiar with, especially Peter, having fought it numerous times, not always to great success. All three of them,
Flames sucked.
they don't recoil, they don't run away in fear. They adopt a pose similar to your own morphing poses, grabbing for something that isn't there.
Right, guys, that you just went to grab, where is that? And what is this like meaning to you?
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no?
Care to elaborate?
I left it behind.
Oh, please tell me we don't have to go back to the moon.
On the moon?
No.
Where?
On Paramides?
Where's that?
That's the word. Hold on. Above table. Paramides? Paramides nuts? The most D's nuts coded planet name in the entire
It's not
dictionary.
planet.
Zord.
Ah, no, it's a Zord.
Zord. That dude, the D's nuts Zord.
You'll dismiss the hologram.
And where's Pyramidas? I'm
But
assuming.
as soon as the hologram
but-
goes, they kind of the slouch, the fighting pose disappears. But the three of them are still staring at each other. Their immediacy, the way they exactly mirrored each other, and they're not pointing at each other, but it's
They're doing the
that
thing.
close
They're
of a
doing the
bit.
thing.
It's that close, you know.
Yep, been there.
And they take a step towards each other, and as they do, the three of them shimmer, and there's just Ben left over. And as soon as it happens, he passes out.
Nope.
Well,
Make me a non-combat initiative check, or
Ooh,
make me a non-combat initiative check.
that's new for me. I actually get an upshift in this.
catch your father before he cracks his head
Yeah,
on the
pretty
skull.
much.
It's such a weird like starting bonus perk. It's like non-combat initiative checks. Edge. Weird. It's a weird thing.
What did you get? Sorry.
18.
18. You do. As he drops, you manage to sort of rush out and catch him, get an arm underneath, or get underneath his arm before he can fall and hit anything, and steady him. He's very heavy, not because he's heavy per se, but just
He's your
because,
brother.
yeah, but because he's not, like, he is not trying to hold himself up at all. He is gone. Like, the lights
weight.
aren't on. There is nobody home. Yeah.
All right, let's get him to a couch or something. I'll go help.
I will, no, I can't do that here. He'll come through the ceiling. I was going to hell drop Baby Dragon in.
Cal, as this happens, as he drops, you finish cooking.
Hell yeah! I bring the pot out to the table.
Just
Let's
start, like,
go.
spooning food down down
Hey!
Trey's throat.
I slap his hand away. Do this right, and I hand him a tortilla. Just pick it up.
It's like he has the tortilla in his hand. It's almost like automatic. He has the
Uses it as a
tortilla, the
funnel into his
smell, and he
mouth.
just like uses the
All right.
tortilla to like scoop some of it up.
And how much healing does this give him again? Let me check my perk. Healthy cooking. It's just my check. It's just a healing check for damages. So I did roll a 22 when I rolled that.
Which is like
But I did not specify. So just the lowest rank. The lowest rank.
To be honest with you,
because I didn't.
because you'd succeed on degrees of success, you would still heal. Was it 5 plus 5 for every health over 1?
I think so.
Because what's the minimum? Like if you roll a 5 on the check, you heal 1 health, right, or something like that.
It's 5 for 1. Oh, 5 for 1 or
So
10 for 1. Are you checking, Michael?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember if it's 5 for minimum or if it's 5 plus 5 for each. So it's either he's restored 2 or he's restored 4, and I appreciate there's a difference in that.
Yeah.
But
my cooking is very healthy.
yeah. I want to say it's
5 plus 5 for health
for
you want
every
to restore.
Yeah, so we've restored 2 bits of health.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if we wanted to restore 1, the difficulty is okay. So yeah, so you 2, yeah, be 2.
Yeah. If you'd have set the difficulty, like if you'd have asked, I want him to restore 3 health, that would have been enough to restore 3 health. But because,
yeah, it's about setup.
Yep.
It's about drive. It's about power.
No. He slowly, like, he's kind of like,
You okay?
Do you know your name?
Let me find out now that my cooking's so good it it fixes amnesia.
What do you say?
Doing here?
Grandma! There you go. Hi. Do I still call you Dad? I mean, you are technically Dad. Uncle Dad? Uncle Dad. We'll go with that. Hi, Uncle Dad.
Why did you just make this weird?
Yeah,
the face Matt made in character's like, oh, I didn't like that very much at all.
Denied.
You just had to peter it, didn't you?
Denied. Strongly denied.
Okay. Trey? We'll go with Trey for now.
I mean, it's still your
Father.
name.
So you are still father, yeah? Cool. Right. Do you know where you are?
Your father.
I'm at the dining table at home. Have you been consuming drugs at school, Peter?
Oh, God. Do you have any memory of anything that just happened?
Yes, I'm fairly certain I asked you this question twice previously in the past couple of hours, and I still didn't receive an answer. So,
No,
Peter,
not on drugs. No, not on drugs. Let there be
Alcohol?
thunder. I'm a Power Ranger.
Not
To clarify-
cosplaying.
Not cosplaying.
Yeah, he's actually a Power Ranger.
We are
Dude.
the Power Rangers. Yeah.
He looks at the rest of you and he's just like, to be fair, in my defense, he has been cosplaying as the Green Power Ranger since he was about.
Yeah, I also morphed in front of you. Like, I don't.
I mean, look, no harm done, man. You taught me that my cooking can cure amnesia, which is something I just live with now.
Honestly, I think that was the fusion of the 3 parts of me into one whole part. But
I mean, this stuff definitely didn't hurt. This is
cooking
great.
was fantastic. I do appreciate it. It's been a while since I've had a nice home cooked meal. I've been surviving on peanut butter and jelly sandwiches for
I feel like that's a you
a
choice.
substantial period of time.
No, like people turn to Sarah and like, no, you really don't want to try his cooking. There's a reason he doesn't work at the juice bar.
I would have thought you'd have hired a chef or something.
Like 66% of your dad is an amazing chef, and then you got the one that can't boil water.
Yep, pretty much.
All right.
I did try hiring you as a chef, actually.
Well, I mean, I was a Power Ranger.
Well, that would be why you didn't respond to my emails.
What is an email? I don't know what that is. People keep saying it like I'm supposed to.
All right. Well,
So do you remember like the last 25 years and prior?
Yes.
Cool.
what happened?
That.
Would you like details as to the entirety of the previous 25 years? Because some of it I think Peter might need to cover his ears for.
No. So how and why the situation of how you ended up on Earth, the situation of how you ended up split, where is Pyramidus, etc., etc.
I hid him somewhere they would never guess to look.
You know,
Las Vegas.
triangle?
Yep.
Please tell me he's not under the house.
I mean, it's either Egypt or Las Vegas. Those are your options.
Egypt, of course.
Disappointing.
I mean, when they like, where did you hide it in Egypt? Because like, I'm pretty sure, like, Egyptologists, if that's the word, would like notice a new pyramid pop up. Like,
Beneath the sand.
awesome.
Headline flashes up across the news. Egyptologists find new pyramid.
Made of gold.
And so obviously, you know, you've been stuck here all split, and I'm assuming you've had amnesia the entire time you split.
Okay, I'm going to try and apologize. Very quickly going to cover this. Headed to Earth to try and stop the Green Psycho Ranger.
Mhm.
Evil bastard killed
Yep,
his
kicked his
entire
ass.
team of.
We're familiar.
Yeah.
I
His
just
ass.
hold up the capture card with Psycho Green stuck in it.
I kicked his ass first.
Yeah, I stopped him permanently there.
Oh.
The way you said that made you sound like you murdered him, but really we just put him in jail.
Just turned him into a Yu-Gi-Oh trap.
Yes, he was heading towards Earth looking for the Zeo crystal. So I thought I'd beat him here. He headed to the moon. I'm not quite sure why. The moon isn't Earth. I don't know if he's wasn't very talented in astrophysics and his craft was off course or what, but it made things easier because Earthlings hadn't made it to the moon yet. I was able to fight him here instead of there. Less collateral damage, but he did getting a few blows I wasn't expecting, and I was forced to flee after taking him down. I crashed on Earth, and when I was able to pull myself out of the wreckage, I don't know, I was so conflicted about everything that had happened and the fact that I was stuck here on a planet that had yet to achieve rudimentary space travel, that I think things just fractured.
Yep, existential crisis. I had one of those on Triforia actually.
A better place to have one than here. At least you had assistance.
Yep, 100% agreed.
The longer the fracture occurred, the more difficult it was to pull myself back together. And we had separate lives. I had a wife, a child. They had each other. And I think at a certain point, after your mother died, I didn't want to remember anymore. If I was myself, if I was still able to do what I did, I would have been able to fight all of those things that tried to invade Earth. She might not have died.
Yeah.
I think this part of me blamed myself for not being able to do anything.
It was never your fault.
It wasn't my fault, but it's my fault that I wasn't able to intervene.
From what I understand, this whole Triflorian split thing isn't exactly in our control. So you can't blame yourself for anything like that.
It's happened. We're here now.
Yeah. So obviously, I found out about being half alien.
Yes.
Whole alien? Half alien? What's the verdict there?
I mean, it depends on the way you look at it, I suppose. I'm an alien to Earth. Your mother was an alien to Triforia.
But she's from Earth.
Matt's just trying to step around this to not give a definitive answer.
And that's the end of the episode.
It's only been like an hour.
For the record, I don't even know. As far as I'm aware, she's human.
Nah, now's when you find out that your mom had a different name, Madam Webb.
I mean, she lived here, yes.
I think what Sarah's getting at, Dad, was she human?
Didn't really ask. She was humanoid, much like myself.
Yeah, strangely, a lot of aliens are.
You're telling me I've seen many more of them than I think you have.
I think it's the opposable thumbs.
I mean,
Evolution.
we've been in space a little,
It's like
but
how
you're probably right
crabs
about that.
seem to be a common thing on lots of planets. I believe there
Well,
is
they
a
are-
term for it.
They are the final form of evolution.
But your mother wasn't a crab, it's okay.
Good to know. Thanks. Yeah, I
Disappointing.
thought like you'd never mentioned any of this to me before.
To be
And
fair, you
obviously-
never asked.
I didn't know. How am I meant to know? How am I meant to know to ask something I don't know about? But yeah, finding out, Grandma thought, if anyone could make you remember, Grandma.
Hugh had just been loitering at the back, listening, and just lean forward into Pete's ear, still fully morphed, and just go, well, I think that's enough help from your fairy godfather. See you later. And he teleports out.
Thanks, buddy.
Is that does Q speak loudly enough that Trey can hear him, or is it just no?
Just a must be. Yeah.
But
I like that one.
We have a Gold Ranger too.
I guess
That's
maybe Q's got a
possibly
hot
why
date.
I like that one. Is that your friend? Are you roommates?
With Q
Roommates.
and Peter?
Q- that's Mercutio.
I think there's a reason.
No.
This whole secret identity thing really, like, just Sarah just
Mercutio's the
got-
Gold Ranger. Of course, Mercutio would be the Gold Ranger. He was always my favorite.
He was
Hey.
red, but I accidentally blew that up.
Oh, so we're moving past that then. All right.
Mercutio, the son he wish he had.
Well,
Did you just say you blew up an entire Ranger spectrum?
Technically, like 1.5. Green isn't really doing fantastic either. the extenuating circumstances, things happened. Like I've come to terms with what I've done. I'm over it.
I'm over it.
Insight check.
Sorry, I love the way like you're over it. Everybody else might not be. The galaxy might not be. The grid definitely
Blank
isn't.
left.
But it's okay because Pete's over it.
Yep.
I am trying to move on and be better. What do you want from me?
Yep. I will figure out a fix one day. Until then, like
If
I'm
you were
not
there, he would
dwelling
have
on it.
slapped you upside the head.
I'm not dwelling on it. Is what I'm trying to say.
I'm over it. I love that. Sorry. Well, I'm glad you've moved on. I'll ask one of the others about it later, just in case it becomes a problem at a different point.
No, the thing I used doesn't exist anymore.
That's true.
You understand in physics how you can bend a light source so that you can get all of the colors of the lights, but you can also get all of those colors of light back into a light to get white light.
Yep. I know. I've been toying with the idea of other.
No. If the light's missing, imagine that the light that it's supposed to be going into is the grid.
Right.
It's supposed to heal and power the grid up. All of the parts of the grid power the grid.
Okay, Father, I don't need a lecture from you about
No,
this
I'm
too.
not lecturing. Just
It's only one piece of the red spectrum.
one and a half.
Yeah. It's
I mean, look,
of the
one
red
piece of the
spectrum,
red and then one piece of the green. It's
Yeah.
not like he wiped all Red
I'm
Rangers
sure
from
it's,
existence.
yeah, I'm sure it's
Yeah,
fine.
there are still other.
You
red
didn't
and
wipe
green
all
Rangers.
Red Rangers from existence, did you? No,
No.
we've met
only-
like 3 of them.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
only
sure
the
it's.
Thundercoin.
I'm
it's,
sure
it's
it's
just
fine.
like our team can't have a red anymore.
The Thunder Red is gone.
Yeah.
For now.
I can't imagine there's any repercussions to come at a later date.
I mean, we've been getting hit with every repercussion in the book, so it only makes sense we get hit with more.
Mm-hmm.
We'll be fine, eventually, or die. Those are the 2 options.
And again,
Yes, that
I'm
tends
toying
to be
with some
the issue.
ideas.
Not that.
Anyway, I'm gonna leave you 2 alone.
Well, yeah.
I'm gonna leave.
Welcome back, your dad is. And yeah, I guess we should probably let
can
you
call me
have some family time.
Trey.
That's not as fun, but all right.
You can call me.
Would you settle
Your
for a
Royal
Your
Highness?
Highness? Yeah, okay, cool. I'm gonna stick with that one. Later, Your Royal Highness.
And he looks over at his mother. He's just, yes, Your Royal Highness.
I mean, yeah, you are still technically king. That's like kind of another reason we're here.
I don't know. You might have had another child.
Please don't
Walk
put
out
that
with
imagery
Cal.
in my head.
Royalty are boring.
I mean, you'd think, right? They always have to be so goddamn serious all the time.
Yeah, like, jeez.
Like
Hold on.
we saw Ben. Ben was the fun part. Ben was the fun guy of the
Yeah.
tray.
I run back in, grab the pot, and then I leave.
Yeah, you say we're taking the picadillo. Like, anyway, it's been a minute since I'm back here. I'm gonna go do some vigilante stuff. You want to come?
Jesus, yes, obviously. Can't believe it took you this long to ask me.
I mean, look,
Mate.
I had to get therapy as I like gesture to all of me being the Purple Ranger.
Make me alertness checks, please, for both Sarah and for Cal.
Is it insight?
It's
19.
not insight. 19? Okay. So you're 19, and so far a critical 20 for Sarah. Are you doing anything to try and boost that critical 20 any higher?
I tried. No, it's just a critical 20.
Just a critical 20. That's okay, because as you leave and you mention vigilantism and kind of like your brain kind of drifts to try and consider what else you could do, where you could potentially go. You do think about the things you've accomplished over the last couple of months, but sort of more thinking about more recently. And your mind does go towards what you remember Captain Mitchell saying about the report of Divatox. And then you remember about the fact that Divatox was heading to Earth, to an island that wasn't anywhere on a map. But that couldn't be an issue, surely.
Can I contact Alpha and ask him if Atlantis is real? Alpha, is Divatox going to Atlantis?
Atlantis.
It's not Hotlantis. I mean, it's technically, I suppose.
It might be.
Yeah.
Never say never, Matthew. They could be hot. The mermaids could be hot.
You do hear back from Alpha. It's just, whilst Atlantis is real, as far as we are aware, the island chain that Divatox was photographed or mapped out is not part of Atlantis's geographical location.
Do we have a geographical location of that island?
I mean, no, it's not on any maps.
But I mean, are we able to extrapolate its location from other things around it? I don't know. I'm not a scientist.
Based on the lack of, based on the other topographical information on the map, we're able to give you an idea of where it is. Yes.
Right. Is it in the lake in Angel Grove?
No, it is in the ocean, approximately 262 miles off of the coast of Angel Grove.
In an effort to maybe get a more specific location, could I talk to my headmate?
Yes. My brain for a second was like, your headmate?
I mean, here's the problem.
Talking about?
I keep calling her like my roommate or my headspace or anything like that. I don't remember what her name is. It's Infernia. Because I was like, it's either that or Volcana. And I was like, which one is it? I'm not going to get it wrong on Twitch and be an asshole. If you don't remember a girl's name, just never call her that again.
Never call her again.
Yeah, just like, that's
Hey,
you. Or
you.
what's up? Until you hear someone else say their name and then act like you never forgot.
Infernia. She does slowly,
yeah.
almost like you can almost hear her like stretching, waking up, like.
Yeah, pop the magma.
I'm sorry. Yes. What is it?
Do you, as a spirit of the Zeo of this planet, have any knowledge about the location of the island that can't be found on any map?
Of course.
And I just, can you give me a lowdown? Can you give me some information?
Yes, and like, you can't see it, but there's almost like when you have your helmet on and you've got the heads-up display and everything, you can see like objects that have been flagged and things like that. There's almost like a teeny tiny little marker for the islands off towards the coast, and it's so far away, it's just like this little speck that's like highlighted in red. And as you move your head away, it stays in that one spot. So like if you move away from the, like, not eyeing it, it's in that one spot still. And you know that if you was to move close enough, it would grow bigger. Like, she has basically highlighted it for you in your vision.
All right. Thank you, Infernia. I appreciate you now that I have therapy. I am crutched on the purple spectrum so hard. If this gets removed from me, I'm gonna lose it.
We will do our best not to have that happen then. just as a forewarning, there is a volcano on that planet, planet, that's expanse of rock and grass and dirt and some sort of evil creature that hides out there. He's fairly powerful.
The creature or the volcano? Or both? I assume both.
Kind of both. He's a creature that is in the volcano. The creature is the volcano. He could, in theory, destroy the planet if he was roused and empowered.
Gotcha. We'll proceed with caution. Thank you.
You know how when sometimes you use your robots to fight monsters that have grown larger and they grow more powerful? If that were to happen...
Bye-bye planet.
Yes, I would suggest you take him down very quickly.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you for the advice and the heads up. I'm gonna exit my headspace, by which I mean I'm gonna stop staring off into the middle distance.
Exactly. It's like,
yeah.
Cow? Just head slightly tilted.
I've flicked his ear like 8 times. Nothing. Like,
Helmet. Remember, I'm never unmorphed. The purple spectrum is my crutch.
you had to unmorph to eat.
I take off the helmet. I do not unmorph.
Yeah, exactly.
This section of the helmet opens.
Yeah.
it's so. This is.
I'm just flicking your nose under the helmet.
Cal. I'm back, and I've got some crucial into my own head. I had to talk to my roommate.
Do we know about Infernia? I can't remember.
Yes, I think I definitely brought it up during my whole solo episode, my whole solo adventure. I brought her up when I was telling you guys about myself.
Okay. Oh right.
Yeah, you tend to, if I don't mention her, you forget that she's in there. I can never forget. Literally, she's always there.
Yeah, I can imagine. What'd you get?
But yeah, no, she knew about the island. So not only do we have an exact location, we have a warning and a half. There's apparently some sort of extremely powerful creature that takes up residence in a volcano in that island chain, and if it were to be empowered in the same way that our foes get bigger after we kick their asses,
and Divatox has gone there, presumably to
do that. No, yeah, and it's apparently on an Earth destroying level if it gets the buff.
Did we beat Divatox here though, or is she?
Infernia has advised that if we are to fight that creature, to take it out right away and as quickly as possible.
I mean, that's always the plan, but yeah.
So, I think it's best we get the others on the horn and start planning a jumping.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, vigilantism will have to wait for our actual jobs as superheroes.
Damn it. I was really looking forward to screaming a mugger through a wall.
Don't worry, Sarah. We'll get to terrorize the criminals of Angel Grove another time.
Someday I'll be vengeance. Someday I'll be the night.
Yeah, and I think from there I'm gonna radio in and share the information I've been given, and then I guess start prep. We can teleport to places on Earth, so I'm gonna start heading there. I'm gonna grab a boat. I'm gonna tell Lightspeed Rescue too. Just get the defenders of the planet on this, so that we're not handling this potentially world-rending threat alone. So maybe I can get a boat. I don't know.
When you reach out, you hear from Carter, and he's there. There's a huge fire in the background. You can see he's in his Zord, but he's talking to you. You can see the cockpit and everything in the background of...
Good to hear from you again, Carter. I was yellow before, I'm purple now. I don't know where that falls on your idea of the hierarchy, but go off. Especially since we don't have a red anymore.
Yeah. But anyway, wait a boat.
We're going to gloss over that. We'll address that at a different time.
For sure.
So I've been advised of the situation previously. We did send the SPD-A team to the location.
Cal doesn't
Oh,
know
no.
why, but he gets a shiver down his spine when he hears about
Exactly.
the A team
Oh,
doing
no.
anything. It's like normally that should make me feel really like comfortable and safe with what's going on. Kruger has assured me that the A team are the best ones, but for some reason there's an inherent sense of
Why
foreboding.
is there a chill down my spine?
What I
Now, why
love
do
about this is like above table. I set this up like a year ago,
Mm-hmm.
and this is just coming to like when you first met Kruger and he was training people. This is when I said this is like a year ago. Okay.
Yeah.
Um. Yeah. So we haven't heard from them since they arrived, but we were aware of issues with technology not working necessarily closer to the location, signals not getting in or out. We know that teleportation won't work closer to the islands.
Wait, hold on a sec. One moment, Carter. Sorry, I just thought of something. I'm gonna quickly it's like, Sarah, I need to borrow your phone. I need to Google something, but my phone is a flip phone. It doesn't have that function.
Yeah. All right.
All right, using the knowledge Infernia gave me about the location of the island, I'm gonna quickly Google. Is it in the fucking Bermuda
It
Triangle?
is in part of the Bermuda Triangle, yes.
Son of a.
Wait,
All right.
Bermuda Triangle is on the east coast of America.
Yeah, well, we're just geographically messing around with it at this point, okay? It's in the Bermuda
It
Triangle.
moved. I mean, look, the Bermuda
This-
Triangle
this
would
is
be
an
infinitely more
entire
terrifying
different-
if
yeah.
it moved.
This is an entirely different, Angel Grove isn't really in America.
We're in a
But
parallel
it's in the
universe.
Bermuda Triangle as
But it's
well.
in California, which is on the west.
California. I'm sorry. Anyway,
Different planet. You do get a response from Q, however, that's just text as you're talking to Carter to say that Q and Kyle have already appropriated a yacht and they're on their way.
incredible. Come on, Sarah. We gotta get to. What's another town in Italy? Europeans, help me. What's a town in Italy that's not Venice?
Sicily.
Milan?
Milan.
Pisa.
We gotta get to
Rome?
Milan Pier.
Venice.
We gotta get to Milan Pier because it's not Venice Beach. If we're on a different fucking planet than Earth.
But I feel like the important question here is: did Q steal a boat? I might be proud.
Look, save God. Oh no, I had such a good joke, and then I forgot the name of the goddamn scientist. But in this time I've taken to lament myself. We'll save Schrodinger's pride for another time. We gotta get to this boat.
There.
Okay. Before we go any further, because I have just had the notification come up, we're going to have a very brief ad break, and we will see you shortly to see what other crazy, strange differences there are between this world and the normal world.
And
as in
actual
our
Earth.
world.
California
Earth-
is on the east coast. Yeah.
No, California is still on the west
California's
coast,
where
but
it
the
is.
Bermuda
The
Triangle
Triangle's
is in the Atlantic and not the Pacific.
Yeah.
Or the other way around.
The
I don't know where
Bermuda
oceans are.
is in the Pacific Ocean.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, now it's in the Atlantic.
The triangle
back shortly,
covers
people.
all of North America.
Or,
explains so much.
honestly, in a Power Rangers world, it started in the Bermuda Triangle started in the Pacific, and then it started moving.
It grew.
Does anybody contact Peter?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yes.
Okay.
we tell him.
Like,
I no, when I said like I contact the team, I like Peter. I do like it's like I tell everyone what
Peter
I
is
got
on
from
the team,
Infernia.
unfortunately. Yeah.
Peter, you're in the middle of.
Don't listen to them, Peter.
this
You're my
family
best
reunion.
friend.
What do you do?
I'm really sorry, guys. But
Duty call.
potential world-ending emergency has come up. Dad, don't know if you maybe want to find your morpher and lend us a hand. These are the coordinates, and I
Egypt.
suppose
Beneath the sands.
yes, go get it. But really sorry, I'm gonna leave.
You should just teleport your dad to Egypt.
I'm gonna leave you two to get acquainted. Dad, if you look on the side, like the bedside cabinet next to your bed, there is a note with a watch-like device. It's a communicator and it's linked to our teleportation array, so you can teleport.
Okay. Well.
First
go-
to Egypt, and
go
then
save
to the Bermuda
planets,
Triangle.
I suppose.
I'll leave you
I do
two
live
to-
here, so I'd rather it didn't get destroyed.
Yeah, we need to talk about you living here as well. Gotta go, and I will morph and then teleport to the yacht.
In the Parker household, Ben walks up the stairs, retrieves the note and the the communication device. He puts the communication device on, and as he's tightening it up, he reads the note and he's just like, "He dropped out of school and went to space."
What a perfect cut. What a
That
perfect
note's been there for like 6 months.
Back with the rest of the team as everybody teleports onto the yacht that is sailing its way towards this lovely island. It's a fairly standard yacht in terms of size. It's nothing. It's not super yacht size. It's not got boats on the yacht and a helicopter landing pad or anything like that. But it's nice. It's sleek. Kyle's there in a pair of speedos. No, swim shorts is the word I was looking for. Not speedos.
No, Kyle and
In
Q are
Speedos?
100% there in their speedo.
Oh, okay. Kyle's there in speedos.
Yeah,
I was thinking of the company, and as soon as I said speedos, I was like, no, speedos has a connotation to it, and that's not what I was after. But
banana hammock.
speedos.
Banana hammock.
And
Banana
like,
hammock.
as you appear, he's just like, well, I guess that's our date over.
Sorry, Kyle. World-ending emergencies. Can't wait for nothing. We were gonna go vigilante in the city. We're missing out on things too.
Yeah, we
I
had
was
plans too.
Yeah, I was reuniting my dad, who was 3 people and is now 1, with his mother, who he
I
hasn't
don't
seen
want
for
to
25
hear
years.
about your problems, okay? You will get to do
Out,
all the
Kyle.
things you want to do. All I wanted to do was go on
Kyle,
a date.
Pecking order.
No. There is no pecking order.
Pecking order.
There is no pecking order. The pecking order is
I
I'm
slammed
the
Kyle's head
captain
into
of
a
this
wall.
yacht.
yeah, Cal, like,
This yacht. Speaking of this yacht, did y'all steal this?
We didn't. Did we steal the yacht?
or Q, am I going to see a really, really expensive, unexpected charge on one of my credit cards?
Q, did we steal this yacht? Is it stealing if we take a yacht? Is it piracy? Are we pirates?
Q is just smiling to himself and not answering anybody's questions.
I think we're pirates.
I'm so
I put on a tricorner. Dun-dun-dun-dun. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. As I get behind the very high tech wheel and like dead.
No, Q is very much captain of this yacht.
Kyle's been like berating everybody as if he is, but yeah, Q is definitely the captain of the yacht. But Kyle has gone from berating everybody to like, I'm a pirate.
I'm gonna start
Teddy
playing like
coming
sea
on-
shanties through my like power.
Bro, don't get me started. Do not give me an opportunity to just sing sea shanties for 45 minutes. I will.
Also,
You will just,
I know so many of them.
You will just say, so, what do we know? Other than Pete inherited his Peteness from his father.
thanks, buddy.
Yeah, I go back over everything Inferni has shared with me about the island and the potentially world-ending monster that lives in the volcano. It's not at a level where it could end the world on its own, but if it gets the supersize like juice that our enemies typically use once we've beaten them up enough, then we've entered a position in which that thing can and will destroy the world.
ACAB A Squad is there and has been incommunicado for some period of time.
And it's assumed that because of what we found on the ship, that this is where the Piranha Lady, what's her name? I don't remember their names.
Divatox.
Divatox. This is where Divatox was heading, probably with the intent to supersize this boy and destroy our planet.
Probably, yeah.
So at the very least, one hostile giant monster and Divatox and however many fish freaks she's got with her.
Yeah. And a missing Power Ranger team that I have ambivalent feelings about.
Yeah. Also, when Carter told me that A Squad went to it was like handling the situation, I got a chill down my spine.
Yeah, felt that.
And I don't know why, but I learned to listen to those.
I'm sure it's fine, Q says with a very deliberate tone.
Yeah, I kind of felt that ominous feeling as soon as they said A squad as well. Just side note, this is Kyle's first outing with the A team.
Our A team, though, right?
Mhm,
Like,
mhm.
not okay. Good, not A squad. Ugh, something ominous about that.
Do the rest of the
Do Bulk and Skull show up? Bulk and Skull, get
B
down
squad
here.
come up from underneath, like from the dead?
They rise.
with
They rise
sandwiches.
on a platform, like
Yeah.
back to back with sunglasses on.
They come up from the galley.
Like Team Rocket. Yeah.
I got the boat word for kitchen in my head first time. Sorry, they come up from the galley and they have like sandwiches.
like a-
I'm trying to see
like
how
a
far
shaggy-
my hands can come apart.
Like a Shaggy
Do
and
these
Scooby Doo
sandwiches have
level of a
butter on them?
sandwich.
Yes,
Probably.
the sandwiches have butter on them. Yes.
Why? Terrible. Can you imagine butter touching a tomato? Because I can't. I hate
but
that. I hate
they
that
have-
for me.
Yeah, just like huge sandwiches that just like they're happy about. They've got cocktail sticks skewered through them in several places.
And they're absolutely dressed like pirates.
100%. Yeah.
Oh, let's go.
Oh, you definitely stole this. I'm so proud.
We found
There's-
these down below.
Pre-made
Incredible.
sandwiches?
No,
Incredible
the
work.
outfits, the pirate outfits.
Oh. All right.
Are
Incredible
we
work.
from pirates? Did we commit piracy?
Unknown for now. We'll get back to it at a later date.
Yeah. But
We'll find out whether or not Kruger sends people to arrest us.
but we are on a mission now, guys.
To be clear, we can still dress like pirates and eat those sandwiches. You can do that. Like,
Yeah, it's like 200 miles that way. We got time.
we have time. We have time.
we can eat these sandwiches. There's other sandwich stuff down in the.
Oh yeah, no, I wasn't intruding. Those are yours, and that's fine.
And that's
Are
a
they
crime.
gonna?
So I'm gonna go
Are
make
they
a
gonna Lady
different
in the Tramp that sandwich?
No, there are two. I mean, yes, they can. I was gonna say there
They
are
will
two
Lady and
sandwiches,
Tramp
but
each sandwich.
they will do it twice.
Yeah.
Pac-Man.
The journey is largely uneventful, other than Vulcan Skull's Lady and the Tramp and the two sandwiches.
And Sarah doing, "This is the night. It's a beautiful
Exactly.
night."
Between sandwiches and just singing sea shanties.
When you get
Wish
like
I was.
maybe 5 miles off the coast of the island, you can see it. Cal's been very helpful getting towards it regardless because of the fact that he's just got this growing red island. It's
Yeah,
just really ominous.
I know
as well.
I know exactly where it is,
Yeah.
and to a normal person that's horrifying. But I'm being regulated, so this is casual.
It's kind of ominous. Like, even regulated, like Cal might not be feeling it, but it's ominous. It's just growing red island peering on his.
I was at the front of the ship just pointing.
To the point where you can't see anything else.
I'm the northward pointing dog. Like,
Yeah, you get within like 5 miles, and as you drift past this 5 mile marker, that everything on the ship just cuts out.
Well, in my mind, I'm actually sailing, as in there are sails.
It's almost like there's no wind.
guys. Yeah.
we've entered a comm belt for
Any
some reason.
electric on the ship cuts out. The radio cuts out. Nothing.
All right, just to test them, can I activate my wingsuit or like whatever the flight thing?
100%.
Does it work when I activate it? Like, okay,
Yeah, so none of
The
our
Grid
music
text-
is- The music is still playing because I used my communicator.
Grid tech's good to
Streaming
go.
to the grid.
Exactly. Bluetooth.
Good to
and-
know. So, I guess we're gonna
fly over.
Yeah, fly over, or are we
Right,
winging
yeah,
it, or are
yeah,
we getting the
Wait,
zone?
hold on. Before we do that, we gotta fire Baby Dragon at the island. So he's there.
Lock in and just you just hit dun 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 dun.
Should we get to the island first before we bought? Because he's gonna drop on you, right? He drops on you now. We're on the boat.
Oh, I thought we fired him like out of a
Oh
mortar.
yeah, I like locked in onto
We have
the
a
island
cannon
and
that
I've
just
sent him
comes out
to
the front
the.
of the yacht.
Yeah. Fire main dragon. Thunk.
Oh god, this game gets chaotic. More and more chaotic every time.
Oh
As-
wait, hold on. Before I start flying over, just real quick, I want to see how fast I can go. Uh, with a butterfly stroke with 6 arms.
More of a caterpillar stroke at that rate, isn't it? Rather than
Should we maybe try, if this thing's meant to be like world ending and mahusive, should we maybe try summoning the Zords before we go into a dead zone?
Let's be clear. I don't know if we're allowed. I don't know if it counts.
I mean, we
Alpha,
use them as a mode of travel when we're going like 5 miles.
Alpha, can we use the Zords right off the bat on the world-ending volcano monster?
You get no signal, you get nothing back. But then
Damn,
you,
really should have asked this first
you flash
before
back
we
to
enter
the
the
fact
dead
that
zone.
when you spoke to Carter, he told you specifically that they've had nothing back from A Squad and that their attempts to communicate with them have been unsuccessful.
Yeah, really should have asked this question before we entered the Bermuda Triangle.
Yep.
He will attempt to contact the A team.
Oh yeah, now that we're in it, maybe.
You do. You get a response back. It is a woman's voice, and it's just hello.
Hi,
Who's this?
this is the Gold Ranger of the Real Power Rangers team. Who's this, please?
We gotta, bro.
Hi,
We
this
have
is-
we do have branding. Like,
This is Charlie, SPD A Squad Red Ranger.
Awesome. Hey, it's Q, Thunder Ranger Gold.
Excellent. We've been trying to get a hold of anybody, and there doesn't appear to be any sort of signal leaving the island.
Yeah, Bermuda Triangle.
Bermuda Triangle. That thing keeps moving.
Yeah,
It's
it's a
real-
geometry problem.
I think you mean.
What's the situation report?
So we've encountered resistance. We've confirmed Divatox is on the island. We've fought some of the Piranatrons. We've not encountered any lava creature thing yet.
Love to hear that.
Okay. Sure. I'll send you our coordinates and we can meet up to continue forward.
Yeah, try and work out where she's going. The threat on the island is world ending level.
As far as we can tell, it's the volcano. Everything we've been fighting has been trying to stop us from hitting the volcano.
Hitting. Please clarify.
Not literally, but heading towards to assault.
Assault the volcano.
You know, the big, scary, evil Queen of Pirates. The report you sent was a picture of a volcano, a lava creature. 2 + 2 = 4.
Okie dokie. Right, well, we'll see you soon.
You do get like a ping come through, and it's the location of the A Squad.
Mhm.
And they do seem to be fairly close to the volcano. They've made their way off the beach and through what appears to be quite a dense jungle.
I wonder if there's someone named Joe on the A Squad.
We can wander on the way. We
Yeah.
don't have much time. Divatox is already here.
All right. Well, also on that, I'm gonna see if I can just call the Phoenix.
Whether or not you can't hear you, or it's just not arriving quickly enough.
well,
We might-
we should put out the signal anyway, and then they'll
Yeah.
come as soon as they can once they start getting the signal, if they start getting the signal.
Yep.
If we just fly back the way we came a teeny
Yeah.
tiny little bit, so we're back in the signal. Like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Just
Me
slow,
and Q-
just back out.
Polar
me and Q
reverse!
will just watch Sarah and Cal just kind of like scratching their heads. We'll float up, fly backwards, and just call us on.
Right.
You do get response from Alpha that the Zords will be sent down.
Fantastic. Thank you, Alpha.
The question is, are you waiting for them?
Nah.
Yeah.
We'll meet them on the island.
Yeah, get him to track us and meet us on location.
Q will run towards the front of the ship, morph, jump, and throw his arms out, and his wings sweep. Slightly different than it looked previously. If you've watched the Moonlight series, you know the gold wings that his female partner gets. His are more like that now because that's cooler.
All of you fly onto the island. They've appeared to have cleared, hacked through the jungle, and you do see some defeated Piranatrons on your way, quite a few, scattered here and there, and you're able to follow the path through the jungle towards A Squad. It takes a few minutes of flying, even moving as fast as you can, to sort of head towards them. And you finally find in a clearing the 5 individuals. They are heavily armed, heavily armed, appear to be wearing some form of battleizer like yourselves. But whilst yours have got wings, theirs just seem to be armor and weapons. They have red, blue, green, pink, and yellow rangers. And as soon as you arrive on location, they start firing at you.
All right, guys, what's this? Whoa!
That explains the tingles. Shit.
Cool. Terrible.
That is where we're going to end the episode.
Hey, Cam!
Favorite moment for yourself, favorite moment for another player, starting with... We're going to go for Michael, who plays Peter, because he wasn't here last week.
Favorite moment for me was probably just bagel. It was nice and simple.
Bagel.
Good douche. Favorite moment for someone else? There have been many. Just Cal hitting up Infernia again.
Hey, girl.
I've missed Infernia.
Well, in that case, for yourself then, favorite moment for Panic, who plays Cal?
Oh, I get to go second?
Yeah, I mean...
my favorite moment for Cal is curing amnesia with picadillo.
Food's so good it cures amnesia.
That's what did it, not the put me back into one person thing. I'll do some more tests later when we have free time.
We'll give Peter amnesia, and then we'll feed him some soup.
Just gonna go to the hospital ward and be like, all right, everyone eat this. And I'm gonna take notes on what gets cured and what doesn't.
How many pita breads of this do you need to eat before
you grow your arm back?
I mean, yeah, that's a good point.
That's
actually.
so cursed. That's so cursed.
My power heal can remove a condition.
It improves.
Michael, we're not touching that. We're moving on. We're moving on. Let.
And my favorite moment for someone else is Q being like, "All right, when you're ready to go, we have a yacht. Did you steal this yacht?" I'll never say.
They commandeered it.
Jay, who plays Q? Same questions, please.
For me, it's probably the fact that Q is kind of just trolling everybody about whether they've stolen a yacht and they are now technically pirates or not. And for somebody else, it was Sarah going back into Pete's dad's house to pick the food up and then leave again.
Last but not least, then, Michael, who plays Sarah.
I mean, for myself, it was definitely casually outing Q's secret identity.
Again.
It was so good. I like the response. So it's like, Oh, I always liked Mercutio. He was my favorite. It's like, whoa.
Whoa.
I mean, out of all of my other friends,
I mean, probably pretty sure he prefers Q over you. And someone
He is
else,
gold.
he is gold.
I am literally the golden child.
Yes. uh, I mean, I think I'm gonna give it to Ben for not looking at that note for 6 months.
He's just been
He
watching the
does have a
Great British
soul.
Bake Off.
He wakes up every morning. It's right there next to him, and he
He's been
just
sleeping on
doesn't
the
see it
sofa.
He's been on the sofa just watching
for 6 months.
Yeah.
GBO.
Just been watching the Great British Bake Off.
I
And
love
trying
how
to
he's
cook.
just not questioned the fact he hasn't heard from me in 6 months.
You're at school.
He's got amnesia.
Not from me.
Kids don't call their parents; they go to school.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I just
You're
want
too
to
busy not going to class.
a little for myself just to slide in is the fact that we have somehow canonly added on the fact subtly, just like oh god, the place names disappeared off my head.
Bermuda Triangle, Angel Grove.
Atlantis exists. Atlantis is a thing.
Yeah.
Atlantis is a thing, and not only is it a thing, like they know where it is. And moving on.
Just there.
Well,
Yeah.
does this mean that we can have a crossover now? Because all waters lead to Atlantis. Can you go from Atlantis to Atlantis?
Oh god, this could get very confusing considering.
Oh,
that's
dude,
like
I
three
can't
people playing
wait
the same characters.
I can't wait to meet the do they even have a name? The Mythic Rangers? Who are we?
The Mythic Rangers. There you
Yeah.
go. That's going to get very confusing. But yeah, just subtly, just like Atlantis exists, but that's not Atlantis, so it's all good. Okay. Thank you everybody for watching. Thank you to these lovely 4 people for breaking my brain on numerous occasions.
May the spirits protect you.
I'm not sure what you just said, but that happened.
Don't butter your sandwiches.
Butter your sandwiches.
May the unbuttered sandwiches protect you.
Hey, it's 3 against 2 here, people. It's 3 against 2.
Yeah. Butter on sandwich.
Butter your sandwiches, okay?
Don't butter your sandwiches.
Don't do it.
Be on the right side. Be on the right side of history.
Bye all.